Many are realizing that even though it may be too late, I hope it isn't too late. I hope there's still time for people to file affidavits or public notices to declare themselves not affiliated and definitely not a plaintiff in the lawsuit roundup. But most of all, I hope this radio broadcast is heard nationwide so no more innocent patriots with nothing but good intentions fall into this insidious trap and under the spell of a soft-spoken serpent.
Amen to that, Terry.
I've never seen anybody work so hard, Terry. I have never known anybody to work so hard for nothing just to save other people's butts. I'm sorry. I had to butt in there.
No problem, Jim. Terry, we have actually people in the queue but since we were almost an hour and a half late on getting started here, if you don't mind, I'd like to come back next week with comments or questions and have people please email their questions or comments to freedomreigns@freedomizerradio.com, and we will be more than happy to answer questions on next Sunday's show, as we are down to just a couple of minutes left, and this is a lot to absorb. Maybe go back and listen to the call again. Yeah, listen to the archives and get your questions. We're willing to answer questions and take your comments and what. But as I said, we are just about out of time here.
Okay, if I got time to read this last part.
Yeah, you got about 3 minutes, and then we need to make way for our next host, Tiger Lily, with A Freedom Roars.
Okay. This morning, the following email was forwarded to me. Hi, Galen and Carol. When all is done and the dust is settled, we'll still be standing on God's principles, and everyone will wonder what happened to Will and the others. God will righteously judge these liars. I opened an investigation more than 6 months ago and publicly informed the people all across the nation they have an opportunity to present evidence of their claims. I ordered the one Supreme Court to contact the governors and have them select 3 people from each state and send their names and contact into the court. I asked Congress to produce 2 members and at least 2 witnesses to randomly draw from the list of names a group of people to form a national grand jury and document how they did it. I asked the court to deliver all the evidence against me to the jury and make all findings public and completely transparent. I've not received a single piece of evidence in more than 6 months. Now, I want to tell you, I have no doubt the innocent couple he sent that to will buy every word, but I can absolutely and unequivocally declare the whole thing a blatant lie. Turner did appoint a judicial committee to do an investigation into the stolen ID machine fiasco. He appointed a chair to that committee, mistakenly thinking he could control the man. When he demanded to have all evidence found that implicated him, turned over to him before it was brought to the people, the chair refused, as any honorable man would. Turner then repeatedly threatened him. I have those threats in my possession. When still that didn't work, he had the committee proclaim the man had resigned on the grounds that he canceled a meeting when he was ill. Same old tactic at work. The investigation was indeed completed, and all I have shared over the last year and more was uncovered and documented. Turner has blocked it from being shared with his clueless followers, but all will be made public globally so. The only thing he said in the above letter, which is true, is that he demanded the evidence be turned over to him before it was brought before the people. Gee, if he had nothing to hide, why would he want to sanitize evidence? What if all criminals were allowed to do that before trial? As for threats and Turner's silly, baseless, frivolous lawsuits, please, Timmy, sue me. The only reason I haven't sued this liar myself is that I know he hasn't a pot to piss in, and anything he does has been stolen, coerced, or fleeced from the innocent, and I want nothing to do with ill-gotten gain on the backs of the desperate. I would much rather see him prosecuted for his crimes and put away for a very long time, and that is not within my power. I am, however, more than willing to organize and put everything I have into an easy-to-follow chronicle for a jury. So bring it, Mr. Turner. As I have shared in this broadcast, many people have been threatened when they attempted to shine the light on the truth or even demand proof. One of them was the host of this radio show, and another was the co-host of this radio show. Many of those threats were in writing, and I have them in my possession. Everything I have is also stored out of my possession, as I fully realize the level of disgusting intent and bottom-of-the-barrel tactics Turner's handlers will use without blinking an eye.
Wow. All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Terry, awesome, wonderful job as always gathering, compiling our facts to back up our statements and our claims.
Wow.
Man, I don't usually have to talk that fast. I was imitating Jim.
Know.
Oh.
Oh,
all the girls said I was a fast talker.
Right. Well, we know that, Jim. But, hey, we will be back on Thursday with Will Spencer for our regular programming. And next Sunday, again, as I said, if you'll email your questions to Freedom Reigns at freedomizerradio.com, we'll be happy to get you on the air next week and answer your questions. Thank you all for being here.
Beatra, before you sign off, I would like to say just one more thing. There is a website being worked on so that we can have enough server space to upload the whole recordings to the calls the clips were taken from for tonight's show. So
Terry,
that
I'm in the process of building that.
Right, so that everybody will be able to hear all of it in its entirety and be able to prove for themselves there was no editing done. Those clips were taken directly from original recordings.
Right. All right, well, thank you so much. And we are totally, completely out of time right now. So thank you all again, and we will see you on Thursday.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you all.